Once upon a time, in a place called Gingelantis, there were 3 small gingerbread men. Gingelantis is a magical place full of gingerbread houses, gumdrops, lollipops, chocolate, and any other candy in the world that you can imagine of. It was a normal day at Gingelantis. Everyone was building houses, and then suddenly from the sky, a fairy that looked crazy came flying down with Peter Pan chasing after her. Tinker Bell landed on a cushiony marshmallow and ran off to eat candy, while Peter Pan was lost in the cotton candy clouds.
Later on, the mother of Gingy, Gumdrop, and Icing told them to go make a house. Gingy, the first gingerbread man, set off to make his house out of lollipops. Then Gumdrop got an idea to make his house out of chocolate, so he went off to go build his house. Finally, after one full day, Icing had an idea to make his house out of strong Coke balls, so he went off and began building his house.
2 days later, Gingy finally finished his house and went to take a nice long nap, but just before he went to sleep, Tinker Bell came down at breaking-neck speed, so Gingy ran in his house while Tinker Bell fell on the roof, went crazy, and started to lick the house down. When Tinker Bell was halfway licking the house down, Gingy ran for the second house and began telling Gumdrop what happened. Trying to catch his breath, Gingy said, "An evil fairy destroyed my house." "What? I don't understand you," Gumdrop replied. "An evil fairy destroyed my house," Gingy said again. "Don't be crazy, there's no such thing as evil fairies," replied Gumdrop.
When Gingy finished telling Gumdrop what happened, Gumdrop finished building his house made out of chocolate. Just before Tinker Bell could eat the house, the blazing hot sun melted the house down into chocolate soup.
So Gingy and Gumdrop ran to the last gingerbread house, which was made by Coke balls by Icing. While Tinker Bell saw what happened to the chocolate house, she came with a jumbo straw and slurped up the chocolate. While Tinker Bell drank the chocolate, Gingy and Gumdrop had time to tell Icing everything that happened while he was making his house out of Coke balls. "Who's the door?" yelled Gingy. "There is an evil fairy out to get us," said Gumdrop. "Don't be silly, there's no such thing as evil fairies," said Icing. "Yes there is, we both saw her with our bare eyes," Gumdrop and Gingy said. "You guys must be crazy or have had a bad dream." "Well, you both know that there is no such thing as evil fairies," replied Icing. Gingy and Gumdrop kept telling Icing what happened, but he still didn't believe them, and when they were almost finished telling him what happened, they heard a big boom on the roof. "Oh no, she's here to eat us," Gingy yelled.
Then Tinker Bell started licking, eating, and sucking the house down, but nothing worked. Then suddenly Peter Pan came soaring out of the sky and challenged Tinker Bell to a battle of the ages. As they both picked up 2 candy canes, as the battle went on forever, but finally Tinker Bell had Peter Pan at his knees and knocked his candy cane out of his hand. "I got you now, Peter Pan," said Tinker Bell. "Please don't hurt me," Peter Pan said in a scared voice. "It's too late now," Tinker Bell said. "I'll save you," said Gingy as he picked up a candy cane and threw it at her. "Whatcha?"
The candy cane hit her and she became dizzy. Peter Pan gave her medicine to calm her down, and she woke up again and she was normal. "I'm so sorry," said Tinker Bell. "I had no control over myself. I guess I will never eat candy again," she said again. "Promise?" said Peter Pan. "Promise," said Tinker Bell. The 3 gingerbread men accepted her apology, and then Tinker Bell helped the gingerbread men rebuild their houses. After all that, Tinker Bell kept her promise that she would never eat candy again, and she went back to Neverlands. The end. Woo! The lesson here is to never eat too much candy. Goodbye.